According to Donald Trump's former director of strategic communication, Alyssa Farah Griffin, the former president is getting some really terrible advice that he unfortunately seems to be following to a T. And this bad advice, terrible advice, as she said, is giving a press conference or a speech or whatever the hell it's going to be on January 6th, the anniversary of the Capitol riot. Griffin made these comments this past weekend on CNN. Here's what she said. Well, it's an interesting question because keep in mind the former president has also announced he'll be hosting a press conference that day, which I think, if anything, proves he's still getting terrible advice from folks around him. This would be a wise day for him to stay silent, to let those who were victims on Capitol Hill talk about that very important and solemn day. But I think instead you'll hear a very sort of, the tone from him that this was reiterating the lies that the election was stolen, saying that those who are being tried for the insurrection are political prisoners. So it's going to put Republicans on Capitol Hill in a very, very tight position to be in. What side of this are they going to come down on? And that's true. Polls have come out, and I've got more on this coming up in today's exclusive video, by the way, for our members. But polls have come out showing a majority of Americans, including 40% of Republicans, support the work of the Capitol Riot Committee. So the public's already against Donald Trump on this particular issue. Republicans in Congress are having a hard time navigating this. They're trying to craft these narratives that, we got these political prisoners, they're being treated so horribly, and every time they do that, they look like crazy people. So to have Donald Trump come out and do this on the actual anniversary of the attack on January 6th, coming up just a couple days now, he is going to make a total, complete fool of himself. And as Ms. Griffin correctly pointed out, it's going to put Republicans in the House in a very tight spot. This is officially an election year now, folks. We got midterms. Midterms coming up in 10 months. 11 months, sorry. So, they have to be very careful. They have to be very crafty about what they say and do here. One wrong message, especially about something this important, something that, of course, as we know, is going to ramp up in this year, they can't risk any mistakes at all. And Trump is putting them in a position to where they're going to make some mistakes. The media is too, by the way. As I've repeatedly said, I am not going to be covering what happens at Donald Trump's press conference. Not going to do it. I encourage every single other person in both progressive media and the corporate media to do the same. I know it won't happen, but it should. Nobody should pay attention to this. He's going to lie, and I know everybody in progressive media, you're going to call him out on the lies. You're going to do a good job covering it. But you're also going to give it air. You're going to give it breath and life. Don't. Just ignore it. But of course, if the corporate media doesn't ignore it, then of course you gotta call out the lies because God knows they're going to do a horrible job of that. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to. I am not going to waste my time, my energy anymore covering just stupid crap like that because that's what it is. It's stupid. And I wish the corporate media had those kind of scruples. I wish they looked at this and said, why would we even want to go there? Why would we want to broadcast this? Why would we want to cover it? If we don't talk about it, if we all turn our heads the other way, to quote The Simpsons, just don't look, then it ceases to exist in our world. Trump's people are going to watch it no matter what. They already believe what he's going to say. Preaching to the choir at that point gains him nothing. So if the rest of the country looks the other way, might be able to take a little bit of wind out of his sails and, of course, at the same time, create a pretty big problem for the Republican Party. Seems like a win-win to me, and all we have to do is not pay attention to it.